We're joined now by Lindy Li, who is a Democratic strategist and donor. And thank you very much for being with us, Lindy. And we spoke on the NewsHour just a couple of days ago about all this. And you said that you hoped that Joe Biden would find a way to stand aside and that you hoped that he would endorse Kamala Harris. Well, it seems you have got what you wanted.
That's amazing. Yeah, actually, I endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris this morning on Fox for an exclusive one-on-one interview. And then an hour later, I find that the president has done the same. So I'm just in shock right now that it all happened and happened so quickly. And I'm getting messages from donors around the country, and they're uniformly relieved. There's not a single person that I've spoken with who disagrees with this very selfless act. President Biden made the right choice.
What do you think it was that finally tipped him into making this decision?
I think it was a death by a thousand cuts. This morning we just had Joe Manchin defecting. I think it was the drip, drip, drip was getting to be too much to bear. And I think the initial plan was to wait until Bibi Netanyahu left Washington after his Wednesday address, but the situation was just becoming untenable. And on the one hand, I'm extremely proud of him for making the right decision. On the other hand, my heart is bleeding for him. This is very hard for him to do.
Do you think that it increases the chance of the Democrats winning this election because the matchup between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is about the same as the matchup between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and it doesn't look that good at the moment for the Democrats?
Well, we've never invested in campaign with Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket. So I'm excited to see, and I know the money is going to be ramping up because I'm already hearing from donors who had been waiting on the sidelines, but they're ready to come back in. And I know that Kamala certainly had a few growing pains at the start of her term, but she's definitely blossomed in the role. She's become an effective communicator. She's a consummate prosecutor. She's out there every single day, effectively litigating the case against convicted felon Trump. That's exactly what we need. We need someone who can make the case day in and day out against someone who faced 88 criminal charges, 4 indictments, 2 impeachments, and a guilty verdict. And an assassination attempt, as heinous as it was, does not change any of that.
I suppose the advantage of a coronation is that it gives the impression of unity and it is fairly quick. And obviously time is not on the Democrat side. But is there another argument, Lindy, that a contest could vitalize the Democrat campaign? It could dominate the airwaves. It could energize things for the Democrats.
Well, I think we have yet to find out who the vice presidential pick is. She's not going to be selected until she's selected. So who knows what will happen between now and then? It's not final until August 20th, it's not final until August 19th to the 22nd. But there are some names that have been bandied about that I think the American people can get really excited about. Josh Shapiro, my own governor, for instance, he's dynamic, he's incredibly talented. And then a lot of people are like Gavin Newsom, who seems to be straight from central casting, right? And then Gretchen Whitmer, who's been an incredible governor of Michigan, which is also a battleground state. So there are a number of choices that I think will excite the American people. And I think right now, Trump should be quaking in his boots. This is not the scenario that he wanted.
And just finally, I mean, he's been very dismissive of Joe Biden. He's made a very ungracious statement in many ways about Joe Biden. You think the Republicans will be more worried, do you, about fighting someone else?
Oh, absolutely. That's why they've been doing everything they could to keep Joe Biden on the ballot. The Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, was even threatening to take legal action to bar a replacement candidate as a substitute for Joe. So I'm sure this is a blow. This is not what they wanted. But I think this revitalizes the Democratic campaign. I'm actually really excited to see what's to come, and I'm excited to raise money again. I haven't been able to do that obviously for the past month, so it's going to be quite a change for me as well.
Right. So just finally, do you think that was part of the problem, that you were having trouble raising money for Joe Biden, and you think that you'll be able to raise money for Kamala
Oh, I know I
Harris
can. I had
candidacy? Do you?
$250,000 checks that suddenly disappeared after the debate. Like people falling off of the face of the earth. You know that kind of scenario, right? And I'm already getting texts from people who are coming back into the fold. All they wanted was a younger candidate.
Well, that may well happen. Lindy Li, thank you very much indeed.